So tell me a little bit more about your time at Twitter. I'm guessing you are that like legit researcher that came in when it was $300 million business. Like, what were like the lessons you learned getting airdropped into that?
What was super remarkable about that is they'd grown that business, and it's a data business. So it was mainly focused on APIs and access to Twitter's data. They didn't even have a designer up to $300 million. They had built a business, certainly on product-led growth, probably before product-led growth was a catchphrase.
Yeah.
And my experience was that they were hungry for somebody to come in. But let me make a distinction here. There are two types of researchers too, right? There are surrogates and there are consultants. Surrogates are those that, like, a company's, I need to do interviews. I want you to go do interviews, bring back the data and insights, and we'll figure out how to apply it. Like, I don't need you I just need you to go do the research, bring it back to me.
Mm.
Then there are consultants. The consultants are those that'll go out on the businesses like, hey, okay, we have this problem we need solved. Can you help us solve this problem? The researcher will go out, they'll connect the insights, facts, evidence, they'll develop a point of view, and they'll come back and connect that to the 5 things the business cares about. Businesses only care about 5 things. They care about growth, they care about value, they care about adaptability, they care about risk, and they care about speed. So let me break them down. Growth, they care about, we want to grow. Every business wants to grow. They want to generate revenue. Value, they want to create value for the business. Now, what happens is that UX and these fields, they conflate what that really means. And they're like, we need to create value for the customers. Yes, you do, but not at the expense of the business. Value for the customers has to lead to value for the business. You and I could sit down today, build an amazing experience for customers that cost the business 10 times more than they make, and the business will go out of business. Adaptability. Businesses want to be able to adapt to conditions like macroeconomic headwinds or COVID. Risk. Every business wants to mitigate risk. They don't want losses to exceed revenue. And speed. You see it right now with AI, machine learning, large language models. All these companies have flooded this space trying to be the fastest to generate the best product possible. And you're going to see in 5 years, 3 years, some length of time, consolidation in that space as the winners win. So businesses want those 5 things. Consultants help tie outcomes to those things. So even if they're doing a usability study, they're thinking in terms of the bigger picture. They're more strategic. So at Twitter, going back to your question, this is how I went in there. My experience there was, how can we build a research function that's consultative to the business, helps them continue to grow, but that does some of the function that they need us to do. And I did that there. It was very successful. We did some really interesting work when Twitter was still interested in social good before what it is today.
The company formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was in San Mateo for business, just, for the company I work for. And, I was hanging out with my boss at the hotel bar, just retrospecting on the day. And then these 2 guys at the bar were like, starting to talk to us. They were just being friendly, and we asked what they were doing, and they're like, "We work for like a wayfinding company." I was actually in town to remove the Twitter sign.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy that got stopped by the police when he was taking down the Twitter sign.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that speaks to one of the problems research solves, though, right?